do a little interview with Mr. Andrew Tanenbaum regarding the Pardon Canada. We did talk last week about this Pardon Canada, and I have since I talked to him, there were more questions that people were asking about the Pardon Canada that I'm going to clear with him once again. Andrew, welcome to the show and good morning to you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So once again, can you please explain what Pardon Canada does?
Sure. So Pardons Canada is a national nonprofit organization that helps Canadians across the country to remove old criminal records by way of pardon or record suspension, and also to remove fingerprints if you've been charged but the charges were later dropped or withdrawn. We also help people get travel to the U.S. if they have been denied entry at the U.S. border.
Yes. Is it important that a person who was ever involved any type of charges or anything with the police, and they should check with the Pardon Canada if they have still any case pending, if they're, still their name is in the list there. So is there any such a system that before a person find out at the border, and he should find out with you guys?
Yes, so that's a good idea. If you've ever been in trouble with the police and have been fingerprinted, it's important to get those fingerprints removed, because every employer in Canada now does criminal checks. So if you've done something bad in your past, it shouldn't haunt you for the rest of your life, but it will get in the way of work unless you get it removed. That's also the same with traveling to the United States. If you try traveling with a criminal record, the Americans will turn you away at the border, and then you'll be in their system for life. So once we get the criminal record removed, the Americans won't see anything, and you'll be safe. And yes, you can always inquire with us. We have 25 employees at our head office. You just have to call our phone number or go onto our website, pardons.org, and send an email or just ask the question, and we will let you know.
So once a person is fingerprinted by police, then do those fingerprints stays in police system forever, or they after some time they will get removed by themselves?
No, you have to make an application to get them removed. Otherwise, they stay there forever. So that's why it's important to make that application, because even if you went to court and you were found not guilty and the charges were withdrawn or discharged or stayed, they still show up that you've been in trouble with the police. So if you try to get a job, they could still see that you've been in trouble even though you were found not guilty. That's why, again, it's important to get it all removed so that in the future nobody sees anything.
You did talk to me last time regarding pardon and U.S. waiver. So can you explain it a little bit more, please?
Right. So basically, you only need a U.S. entry waiver if you've been denied entry at the border. So if the Americans have said, no, you can't come in, go home, then you have to call us and we have to get you a U.S. waiver. We have to get the Americans to change their computer to let you in. However, if you've never been denied entry but have a criminal record, all we have to do is get a pardon, or it's also called a record suspension, to remove the criminal record. And once the criminal record is removed, the Americans won't see anything, and then you're safe to travel to the United States. So basically, if you have a criminal record, once we get it removed, they won't see anything. But if you've already been stopped by the Americans, then you need a U.S. waiver.
Okay, and regarding the cost to the clients, Pardon Canada.
So the cost, the cost is a basic cost, and it's about $1,000. We need $250 to start it, and then you can pay the balance over 3 or 4 or 5 months. This allows us to pay for the people to do the work on the file, and it's a lot less expensive than if you ever had to use a lawyer, because we help many, many thousands of people. So Yeah.
I just got a text message that if they get in touch with you, with the Pardons Canada, how long it will take to get their criminal record suspended?
So the timing really depends on the courts and the police, and every file is different, but it's usually about 1 year.
1 year, okay.
Yeah.
The next question I would like to ask from you, like I have so many bilingual people that are listening my program, Punjabi, Hindi, and Urdu speaking people that are listening my program. If they want to talk to someone in their language, do you have such kind of facility for them?
Unfortunately, we do not. But they can always have a friend or a family member call on their behalf. So it doesn't have to be directly from them. If you have a friend or a family member who could speak English, and because all we need to do is find out a few very specific things. How long ago were you in trouble with the police? What were the offenses? And then once we have that information, we can email you the forms to sign and email back to us. And then we can communicate by email and by phone with whoever, whoever contacted us, whether it's your uncle or your friend or a lawyer or an accountant or someone who you're close with. We're happy to use them as the contact person.
All right. Once again, please provide my listeners your contact.
So we are Pardons Canada. Our website is www.pardons.org. O-R-G. You can always call any counselor at any time during the day. The phone number is 1-877-929-6011, extension 1. You can also email us, info@pardons.org, or just pick up the phone or go on our website. Anyway, either way is fine. We're happy to help at any time. And like I said, we help thousands of people every year, and we're happy to help anyone who is listening to this program.
All right. So your services are popular as Pardons Canada. What website is just pardons.org?
Yeah, that's correct. And you have to be careful when looking us up because there are some people on the web that pretend to be Pardons Canada. So you must just be sure that it's pardons.org. And our head office is at Bathurst and St. Clair in Toronto with about 25 employees. But again, we help people across the whole country.
All right. Pardons.org is the website, and 1-877-929-6011 is the number to get in touch with Pardons Canada. So if you have any of the criminal record or anything, you want to get it suspended, do talk to them, please. Thank you so much, Andrew. Anything else you want to bring it up?
That's all. Thank you for having me on your show. Always happy to help. We are open from 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and pleased to be of assistance.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.